talking to people, that it's a pretty good company to work for. Yeah? And John seems like a reasonable person. You may have clashes with him sometimes, but it seems like a good company to work for. So why was it that sometimes that you don't want someone else to succeed? Or why is it that you find the problems rather than solutions? But if you're all in this together and you want each other to succeed, what if that transfers to the workplace? What if I'm sitting at my desk hoping that Ian succeeds over there on his? And that, that Jeanette has a success with whatever she's after, and that Karen, not only becomes good at learning names and rhymes, but she also becomes great at whatever she's doing at work. Does that make the whole company feel good? So what I suggest to you is focus on everybody you work with and go, how can I help that person succeed? Who's next? Because we're going to break shortly. 1 minute, we're going to break. Who's next? And the very word next made you go into, that means we're all going to have a go? Yes, you will. Throughout the day, we'll be asking you. So I just put your brain on standby to go, I better know all these by the time we do it. Amanda, where you go?
Sam.
Okay. Now, this is a point where you could say, oh, damn, Amanda forgot, or you can take responsibility and say, I wonder how I could make it easier for her to remember.
Red.
Don't actually tell the name.
No, there's not the name, just the colour.
There's another connection here. But, don't say the words. No. Okay. Imagine, is this a television?
TV, yeah.
Is it television? Imagine this guy just stuck the television under his arm and he was running out of the house with it. What was he doing? What was he doing to the house? He was something from the house. Put a mask on him.
Sorry, you've lost me.
Okay, put a mask on him, put a gun in his hand. And he's coming out of a bank. What's he doing to the bank? He's got the money in his hand, he's got a TV in his hand. What's his name?
Rob?
Yeah, Red. So notice the connection between...
Oh, I see, Red Rob.
Yeah, but notice the connection for Amanda didn't work between Red and Rob. Yeah? It needed something to rhyme in there.
Or as well, didn't I?
A slob. But there's nothing on there to indicate slob, so therefore there's no visual reference. See how this, what the brain does? It's just going, what are all the possible connections? And if that Red and Rob didn't connect, they just get up and wave at each other. But when they... So, what's his name?
Rob.
How are you going to remember his name's Rob?
Red Robin.
And this is where your responsibility comes into it. He robs, he's got the TV on his arm, he's robbing the bank, and he's red, and he's robbing. Yeah? All those things will help. There you go.
I struggle with most. I struggle.
Okay, so what we're going to do is stop there, okay, and we'll come back afterwards, after the break. So what's happening, you've got panic chemicals running now, because you stopped there. This is what the brain does, it rolls down and said, and you go to fight and flight mode. Well,
Just, I can't.
you're right, you can't.
No, I can.
I'm not picking on you and saying...
No.
What I'm saying is, what the brain does, it closes down. It goes into fight or flight mode. So if you start to get fearful, the neural pathways close down and the blood pumps to your major muscles for running. That's a limbic system thing. Yeah. So, and then you can't focus. You can't focus on thought linking, creative thought, because all your energy is on escape from the situation. And that's what happens when we start to stress about anything. It's a stress thing that the body does. So let's come back to it. Who knows they've got them all? Great, go.
Sam, Rob, Sue, Harry, Tim, Madge, Molly, Jake, Noel, is that all that's good, isn't it? Oh, Madge. Did I say Madge to you? Jenny, Madge.
Okay, what's the connection with this one?
Badge.
Badge, see?
Mary, Rolf, James, Ted, Mike and Sally.
Okay, very good. Okay, it doesn't mean, be careful you don't go to I failed.
No, I want to get it right.
Yeah, I know you do. I know, but there's a tendency for people to go into, oh, I didn't get it right, but someone else did. This is part of the learning process. You do learn differently.
I think as well, is if the match of what you're doing it with, is you're making it up yourself.
Yeah.
Like when I say to you, I remember your name is Ross.
Yeah.
Because I'd already made up that might. But when you're trying to work out the association, if it's not dead on, like Penny, or, you know, I know some of them.
Yeah, yeah. So what's this tell you? This is a good learning point for all of us.
It's got to be something that relates to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you've got a different set of experience to me. So you've got to make up your own with these things.
Yeah.
When I meet a Paul, I'll put his head on a cathedral. Which cathedral? St. Paul's Cathedral. I meet a Bob, I imagine his head in... I imagine his... When I meet a Bob, I imagine his head in the water. What's it doing?
Bobbing.
Bobbing. I meet a Holly, I imagine, you know, the wreath of holly. So you make your own links. Yeah? Okay. We're a bit later than normal at this point, so are you happy to go to a break?
Yeah.
Okay. What was I going to say? Has this been an interesting, worthwhile way to spend 2 hours? Have you learned anything yet?
Yes.
Okay, gained something. Great. We're going to do more with it after the break. I'm coming back in 15 minutes. When are you coming back?
15 minutes. 14 probably.
Okay, see you in a minute. Thank you. I'll just put the stopwatch on to make sure we've got exactly 15 minutes.
What's the stopwatch say?
2 seconds past.